Welcome back, welcome back. Morning coffees again.
Chin chin.
And another cool mug.
Oh yeah, you got a right collection.
It's Oliver bonus. Yeah, I'm sure Kira's probably spoke about it.
Probably.
The girls'
Sounds
shop.
familiar.
It's just a shop full of tap basically, but they do good mugs. So stocking up on those.
Girls love those shops.
Oh
It's just
man.
random shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a struggle. I saw a video the other day. It was like a guy doing, when you're warming up your rotator cuff with like a resistance band on the
Oh yeah.
yeah. And there was like a TikTok. It was like, why do you do this before you work out? And then it's like doing that, and then it cuts to him with his girlfriend holding her arm, and she's like walking into a shop, and he like pulls her in with his wrist. Yeah, that's why.
That's jokes.
Yeah. How you doing anyway?
Yeah, good to be honest.
Good.
Still that weird like Christmas period where I just don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I'm completely out of my routine. I'm like going
Mhm.
bed a bit later. I missed
Yeah.
gym this morning, so I'm gonna have to train in the afternoon again.
Hmm.
So just a weird time around Christmas, isn't it? There's always like things, random shit going on, and you're not 100% in work mode, I feel like.
This
Yeah,
is what we was
definitely.
literally just talking about
Oh, was it?
before you jumped on. Yeah,
Yeah.
Why, what were you saying? Just you've been a little bit off recently.
I've been working this week, but like when I hit Friday, it's just well recently anyway. When I hit that Friday, it's like oh man, I'm not as focused and as locked in. Like I'm getting stuff done, but
Yeah.
I'm not like how it was on Sunday I usually start my week on Sunday, so like
Oh
Sunday
dear.
or Monday.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like to work on Sunday because I find Sunday such a boring day. I don't know. I don't like
Yeah.
Sundays. I think it's. I don't
Yeah.
like to. I don't know. Sundays is weird for me, so I just work on Sunday instead, and then take a day. I prefer to take Saturday off.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Yeah. I
But
guess
yeah,
you
it
just
just
Do you
got.
doesn't
think your
feel like the
routine would,
beginning of the week.
mm, do you think your routine would change if you lived with your girl?
Nah. Well, I don't know. Sundays
It
is a
will.
girly
It
day,
will.
man. Sundays is a day that you go IKEA, walk around, and all that shit. Eat brunch.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No,
Retail
I agree.
parks.
That's a proper like mosey around kind of day. Although
Hmm.
it's a
Mm.
Sunday lunch type day.
You
Yeah.
know what though? I think it was either last week or the week before. I had one of those days off where I just didn't want to plan anything. Like
Hmm.
literally nothing, not even like link it up with one of the boys for a coffee. I was just like, I just want a day of not having any plans. And it was beautiful, man. I was just chilling, reading a book, sipping my coffee,
Hmm.
Mm.
watching a little bit of TV with Kira. And it was nice to just do that for once.
Yeah.
Because usually
Yeah,
when you have a
sometimes
day
you
off,
need
like,
it.
yeah, you'll find something to do.
Hmm.
Whether it's like
Mm.
some shitty life task, going to a retail park to pick up something. I don't know, like could be anything random.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Those days where you've done all your, I think it was the Sunday because I'd done everything that I need to do on the Saturday, done my food shop, done a bit of work, done everything. That Sunday it was like just completely chilled. It was actually beautiful.
Mm.
Nice.
I feel like that
But
was
yeah, I'm looking forward to this Christmas day. I'm literally can't wait to just literally just mong out on the couch at my mum's house with her
yeah.
cats and just
Eat
chill.
8,000 calories
Yeah. Yeah.
and just
Yeah,
chill.
it's got to be done.
Hmm. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely, man. It's just that period where everyone's like friends and family and stuff. Everyone's kind of got time off, so I don't even know what day it is. Apart from the only reason why I know what day it is because of the pod. I woke up, I was like, oh, I got to do the pod later. I went for a couple of drinks with a friend from school last night, and it was only meant to go for like a couple, and then
Mhm.
after a couple, you have a couple more, and then yeah, ended up staying out late.
Did you?
Um, yeah,
Feeling it
yeah,
today?
hey,
You feeling it today?
a little bit, yeah, yeah, been a little rough around the edges, but and then I got a friend coming back from Vietnam today, literally today for like a week. So I
Mm.
got to see him tonight, and then tomorrow someone else is back, and then Tuesday we're all going out for Christmas, and it's just you just have like that run of seeing people and friends and family and stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah. But I feel like it's nice though. It's got to be done. I think it kind of builds up throughout the year, and then it's nice to see everyone.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's usually when I plan like my yearly nights out I'll link up with the guys I used to work with once a year. And usually, like some of the old boys, we get together once a year. But I've done all of those Christmas dues now, so I've done all of like the link ups. Tonight is the family one. My cousin's down from Scotland, and then after that, just chilling them. I'm still gonna be working next week though. Not Christmas Day, obviously. Probably not Boxing Day. But I don't know, actually. I don't really do anything on Boxing Day.
Hmm.
But it's
Yeah.
gonna feel like it's somewhat of a normal week until it's like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve is Christmas Eve is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you
So
got
I'll still
Monday,
be filming
Tuesday.
Monday, probably working Tuesday, maybe half a day Wednesday, take Thursday off, and then probably still do the pod Friday, won't we? Unless you guys are
On
busy.
Boxing Day. Nah, bro. I'm gonna be real. Because I know, because I land in England on Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
So Christmas Day I'll get a full day.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna need a recovery from the full day. So was it Boxing Day? So yeah.
All right.
But I'm happy to do 28th.
All right,
28th.
cool.
Yeah.
Because 27th I'm gonna be flying again. So 28th I'll be off. Which I think is
Yeah.
Sunday, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
That'll be the last one of the year, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do a reflection one, that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Was
always
it-
good to get that yearly roundup.
Yeah, definitely.
Was it the start of this year when we said our goals for the year?
Yeah.
How are you guys getting on with those?
I think I
What were the goals
accomplished
again? I
it.
can't even remember. Yours was gym, right, Ocean? Yours was to get down to
Mine
a
was the
certain weight.
fitness one mainly.
Yeah.
Jay was
I
to
can't
figure
remember
out
what
what he
mine was.
wanted. Because you was still unsure in the beginning of the year.
Mm.
So
Like
you
what I
just
wanted
wanted
to
to
do.
figure out, you wanted to figure out like what your path was, I think. To be
Yeah,
honest, we got the podcast episode we can go back to, but I think it was that.
yeah, it might be. You might be right. I think I remember when I set a few myself at the beginning of the year. There was some fitness ones, some work ones. Probably didn't hit a lot of them. Like some of them I would have hit. Like the fitness ones, I always just go to the gym anyways. I never really miss the sessions, but I didn't put on the weight that I wanted to put on.
Mm.
Mhm.
Work wise, yeah, it still just always changes for me. Like sometimes I want to chase one thing, the next day I want to chase something else. So I still don't have that clarity. I've got
Mm.
somewhat of like a vision that I always go back to and read if I'm ever feeling stuck, but I feel like I never have full clarity about what I want because things change all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear that.
What was your one, LP?
Can't remember. I think it was I think I was playing basketball. I play basketball. I think it was to be able to dunk,
Oh yeah.
but that
Can
didn't
you
happen.
dunk?
No, so it got to February, and I got like the worst shin splints. I literally had to get crutches to just keep the weight off of it because they weren't going away. It took about 2 months for them to disappear, and then after that, I was like, I can't do that training anymore because I'm just too old. You just think like, yeah, I still got it, and after doing that, I was like, yeah, I just need to accept that I can at least play, but yeah, it's gone out the window.
I've been thinking that recently, like, man, like my body's just been hurting, and I'm like, is it time to
Yeah.
like dial the training back just a little bit?
But
Yeah.
Maybe
we're
instead
too
of,
young for this to be happening still, man. It's not even like we're that old.
I
No,
know,
we need some stem cells or something.
yeah, fully some
Yeah.
like TRT.
TRT, yeah.
I saw you put up that Planet Ocean. I was having a look at it the other day. You put one up on your
Oh,
story,
yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
when I was looking at the plan, for most things you do 2 sets, right? Is that 2 working sets? So you'll work up to
Yeah.
that set.
Sometimes I'll do a third set depending on. Honestly, it just depends. Like sometimes
How it
I'll
feels.
add in a third set,
hmm
depending on like the exercise or whatever. But I feel like 2 sets is good enough if you push it really hard and it's quicker. I
Yeah.
don't want to
Are
be
you
in a
going
gym
to
for
failure?
2 hours. Yeah,
Okay. hmm
unless I hit the number, then I'm like, all right, just leave it there. At least I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that next time I can just increase the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll have to give it a go. I want to try
What
find
was
the
it?
goals for last year, actually.
Did you write them down?
I would have done, yeah.
Mm.
Usually writing, but I can't remember if I wrote them in my notes or in Notion. Oh yeah, 2025 goals. I had a financial target. I'm not sure if I hit that. I'll have to check. Practice piano 4 times a week. Did it for a while, but I'm definitely not doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Read at least one book each month. Haven't done that. Have a minimum of one studio session each month with other producers. Definitely not done that.
Yeah, that was one of my goals as well.
Release 12
What
songs,
about if
even
you
if
averaged it out? Did you hit it? Because it seemed like you was doing sessions.
I'm not sure. Did like the producer camp, done LA. So maybe. Yeah, we would have done a few sessions, so yeah, I could have hit that to be honest. It just wasn't like one a month.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Release 12 songs, even if it's with smaller artists. So that was the plan to like release joint singles. But I did drop quite a few tracks this year, to be fair. So there might have been 12 that have come out. I'd have to check. Maybe it's a little bit less, but I did focus on that a little bit more. Develop a plugin. So I'll update you guys on that after the potty. Yeah, I haven't hit everything. Other one was just getting like better at melodies as well. I did drop a couple like melody packs, so I've been working on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one area that I just always feel like I need to be better at. Like I'm
Melodies.
never satisfied with melodies. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like production wise, drums like you can be proud of your drums, but when like melodic wise, I'm
Yeah.
always like, there's the odd beat that really like pokes out. You're like, yeah, that one's
Mhm.
sick, but it's never like consistent.
Yeah, fully.
Yeah, I think we probably scarred ourselves for life after we linked up with Al Hug.
I know. Yeah, that's what
Which
it
was-
is when you've worked with like
Yeah.
someone who's on another level with melodies. Because some people dedicate their whole career to melodies, like they're just like the sample
I mean,
person.
you literally
Yeah.
Al Hug, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
He is
Mhm.
just melody.
That's the
only.
extreme. Like
Yeah.
so authentic, so just like multi-talented, and just plays everything, and
Takes
yeah,
his
grew up,
time.
takes
Mhm.
his time. Yeah, yeah,
Mario Luciano as well.
yeah.
I did his,
Yeah.
was it this year? It was either this year or last year I did his like online mentorship. He was walking me through some melodies that he made because I think he was the one that actually taught Al Hug, or
Oh wow.
Al Hug learned some stuff from Mario. Obviously, Al Hug knew how to play instruments and everything, but I think he did Al Hug's mentorship. Sorry, Al Hug did Mario's mentorship at one point. I
Mhm.
swear Al was telling us something like that, and that's how we got to know him.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
But
yeah, insane.
yeah, I mean, it's the same with anything in life, isn't it? As soon as you prioritize one thing, you're gonna get really good at that one thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Whereas, probably for all of us, really, we dip our toes in a lot of stuff. Might be like melodies, drums, business stuff. Like, there's just a bit of everything, isn't there?
Yeah, I guess so. But I
And yeah, you
guess
get used to working with like a crazy loop maker, and you're like, "Fuck, man, my melody. I need to step up my melody game."
yeah. Well, I guess like we niche down like production in itself. We kind of just locked in on that, but Al's like niche down in the niche. So he's like
Yeah.
like just one specific like thing. He just mastered that.
Hmm.
Whereas I guess we kind of more beat making, kind of like made the entire thing. You know, drums, melody,
Yeah.
arrangement, mixing, everything. But yeah, I guess within that, there's so many layers to it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you want to niche down so much in your production, or are you kind of happy with?
Kind of
Doing
happy, yeah.
it?
I'm kind of happy with it. Like I'm at peace with the fact that I'm not like amazing at too many instruments, but I think because we've been doing it for so long, like the ear and the taste kind of develops anyway. So kind of
Mhm.
like almost like I'm not too fussed about the technical side anymore. I'm also just about the end product. So if that's using
hear that.
starters, like splice and stuff like that, if that means I gotta play it in myself, then that's fine. But as long as the end product is where it needs to be, then I'm kind of happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's benefits to having those feelings of being inferior in a way,
yeah, for sure.
because the opposite is thinking that you're too good. When you have that feeling of being inferior, you want to learn. It means that you want to get better. So if you're in a room with someone like Al Hug and you're thinking, oh, like
Yeah,
this guy's just incredible, it kind of makes you want to be at that level. So if anything, it's a good thing, really.
yeah, for sure. Do you feel like when you first start out, you have more of that feeling of thinking you're better than you actually are? I think like
Yeah.
most because like you get,
Sometimes, yeah, low key, for
yeah,
sure. I think though in the beginning you're more fearless, you're more daring. You
Hmm.
try
yeah,
like really random ideas,
hmm,
Yeah.
really out there ideas,
yeah. I'd say
and
the
then
longer
once
you
you
do
start to
it,
learn the rules and the stuff. Like for example, when you make a trap beat now versus when you first started. When you first started, you was doing like crazy, flipping crazy samples and weird
hmm,
sounds. But now you kind of live within your container. Not that that's a bad thing at all. It's just more so that you figured it out. You figured out a good process.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's it. Like you have your workflow. You kind of work within that. Occasionally, you might step out of it, but for the most part, yeah, you kind of have your workflow.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, which isn't a bad thing. It just is what it is. But so, yeah, sometimes it's difficult. I think sometimes you want to step out of it and regain that sort of like, I don't know, like curiosity. You know, where you just kind of
That
trying shit.
fearlessness.
Yeah, yeah, where you just trying random stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I think yeah, that only tends to happen in sessions now. Like if we link up, we'll just try some random shit. But if I'm just cooking up on my own, I'll like have a sort of somewhat of an end goal, so I kind of stick to what I normally do. Um,
Yeah. You have your
yeah,
go-to sounds, the stuff that you know just kind of works.
yeah,
It's like making a trap beat without the spins or the zay. Just feels strange, doesn't it? But in the beginning, you don't even know what the spins or zay is, so you're just going through any random sounds.
yeah, yeah. I had that with like a lot of the mentorship guys. Like,
Oh, sorry guys. I'm gonna come back in a
like,
second. One sec.
oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, yeah, like a couple of the mentorship guys. Like I'll have them do some remakes early on, just to
Hmm.
kind of get them like listening out for sounds basically. And sometimes, like especially the ones that haven't been doing it for as long, like we'll get to it, and one of the mentorship guys was like making a 2 Chainz song, and it was basically like a simple trap beat with a Z and
Right.
an 808 and like standard trap drums. And I was explaining, oh, this is the 808 that they used, and but it was like, oh, how did you get like that sound straight away?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's just but so we're like we just kind of know that's the sound, but literally stuff like, oh, like it's from this kit, or like this is the
Hmm.
specific sample from a drum kit. It's like, a drum kit, I've just been using like stock sound and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you forget like how much you actually learn yourself and how you forget that there's new producers. Like when you first start off, you don't know the information. You haven't been tapped into the community like that. You haven't done as much research. But it just seems so standard to us now that yeah, for someone to not know what a spins or zay is, you'd be like, surely everyone just knows. But there's new producers starting every day, so of course there's a lot of people out there who were at the level we were at when we first started.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a weird thing, isn't it? Because like yeah, the longer you're in it, like when you first start off, it's easier to just, especially when you start doing content as well. It's easier to kind of just relate because you know exactly what you want, so
Hmm.
you figure it out, you make content around that because that's what you're
Yeah,
learning. But yeah, sometimes it's harder. I feel like it's harder the longer you do it because unless you're really tapped into the community, or like you're around the people that like need certain things.
hmm,
Um, yeah, sometimes it's hard to know like what people want in terms of just content stuff.
yeah. I think community is quite important for new producers like these days. You
Mm,
can learn so much from just being part of a community, like maybe a Discord or just being tapped into the guys who make tutorials or whatever it might be. If you just sort of by yourself trying to figure it out, it's fine, but I feel like you can learn a lot quicker when you're able to ask questions,
yeah,
because for even that like instance that you just said, I'm sure that someone out there has like listened to a song and been like, what is that 808 sound? And then they'll drop it into like a
Mm,
Discord, be like, anyone know what this is? And someone will just
yeah,
be like, yeah, that's the spins. And then you can just get your questions answered a lot quicker, can't you?
yeah,
Maybe get
definitely.
people to like listen to your beats. Um, yeah, I just feel like when we first started, we didn't really have these Discord servers, no like community aspect like that. It was sort of every man for themselves, and
Hmm.
or just you'd have to like meet up with someone in a session, and you'd see them using a trick, and you'd be like, "Whoa, what were you using there? What's that kit?"
Yeah,
Now it's
yeah,
just like everything's available to everyone.
yeah. I think even saying that, I think just being in this, even if it's online doing a session through like Discord or something where someone's screen sharing, I think
Hmm.
that's the place where you learn the most, either in a session in person or
Yeah,
in a session online, like watching someone from start to finish and just
yeah.
having a bit of like that back and forth.
Hmm.
Because like yeah, tutorials and stuff. I know we didn't have as many resources when we first started. But even so, like when you don't even know what to look for, it's it's still difficult. You know what I mean? It's still difficult. Whereas if you're in a session, you can literally see them doing something. You can just go, "Oh, why have you done that?" And then they say, "Oh, it's because of this." It's
Yeah.
like never even. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Um, I
Yeah,
just
still to this day, I'll learn a lot from just being in a session with someone.
yeah, yeah, literally.
But
Like
I feel like, oh, go on.
no, I was just gonna say like I was just when you said like, "Oh, that's a spin," I was like, that literally reminded me of when I was first starting out, and I was like listening to Metro, like when he first started popping up,
Hmm.
and I was like, man, how the hell does he get his drums like that? Because I'm just using stock sounds, didn't even know about kits at that point, and
Yeah.
then it took me ages, but yeah, you do a bit of digging, and you're like, okay, these are all just sounds from like kits that people have sound
Hmm.
designed outside of this, and then I think it was Producer Grind, they were selling kits like way back in the day, and they had like a met. They were that was when like it was they were selling like 808 kits or like a snare
Oh
kit. It was
yeah.
just like everything was just
Yeah.
separate. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Literally, I bought like a Metro 808 kit, and then I was like, yes, I've got all the sounds now. That's all I need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild, isn't it?
Yeah. It's mad.
I think
What
when
would you
you're
like to say?
in sessions as well, I think it's important for people to have sessions with people on a similar level. Like I know
Yeah.
like, when people are starting out, they'll want a session with someone who's been active for like 5 years because they can learn as much as possible. But when people feel like someone's leeching off them and they're just trying to gain a lot from someone and not give anything, those relationships can turn pretty sour, or maybe they won't invite you to another session. Like
Yeah.
if you got in a session and all you were doing was like just saying, oh, what, I don't know, being like
Just
maybe
constantly like,
overly
oh,
intrusive and being like, yeah,
yeah,
just constantly saying, show me this, what's that sound? It's just like taking, and not really giving anything back. I've heard
yeah.
people say that, like they've had people in sessions like that and they've just never invited them again
Hmm.
because you just feel like you're giving, and you're not getting
It's like they
anything
got an
back.
agenda in the session, like, oh,
Yeah,
they need to get as much as they can, and then yeah,
yeah, uh-huh.
yeah,
So I feel
yeah,
like you don't always have to link up with people who are ahead of you in your career because you can learn a lot from someone who's started at the same time as you because everyone goes down a different learning path. They might have watched completely different tutorials or been in completely different sessions to you have. And even
hmm
though you're at a similar level, you might have a completely different skill set. But then when you combine those skill sets, all of a sudden you both have like way more, if that makes
mm.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. You just kind of have access to their 5, 10 years of knowledge in one session.
Hmm.
Like with those guys, like I remember when we first started doing sessions in like when was it like 2020.
Mm.
Um, before that, yeah, I was just. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I was just doing it all myself. And then as soon as we started linking up, it was like, yeah, the progress just goes crazy because yeah, obviously you had the drill slides and all that stuff, and I had no idea how to kind of
Mm.
get all that stuff down. And
Hmm.
Ocean was like recording stuff with synths and the guitars and just like doing stuff more analog and then obviously Al Hug as well. That was a big eye opener.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
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 even with the drill stuff back then, I wasn't even having like sessions with people. Like when I first started, anyway, I was just like really just trying to dissect the music and like figure out what was going on. And then
Mm.
every time I learned stuff, I'd like break it down on YouTube. Maybe I'd like study the theory a bit and work out what the progressions were,
Mm-hmm.
what was happening with the patterns. But that was just for me, like really trying to dissect the music. But I know there was like a community of like kids who were making drill, who weren't making tutorials, who were probably just sharing that information with each other in
Mm.
sessions. That would have saved me so much time if someone just kind of like showed me the process.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I saw a thing on, I think it was Producer Spotlight. There's a producer saying that producers should start be more like gatekeeping again, like how it used to be. Because it obviously, because like there's information for everything. Obviously, we've contributed to just helping producers and stuff. Um, but what do you guys think to that? Because I feel like, yeah, in other
I don't think it
industries,
matters, man.
no,
I
I
don't think
don't.
it matters.
nah,
Yeah,
because
People,
you still have to
not
put in the
everyone
work.
is gonna. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Not everyone's gonna have your taste. Even if you give me, like, for example, you make a Metro Boomin tutorial, and I watch a Metro Boomin tutorial. I'm still not gonna necessarily make a Metro Boomin beat.
hmm
I can make something close to it, but it's not. It's like not
you can
100%
copy the
most of the
beat
time.
verbatim, but you can't.
Hmm.
Yeah, it takes reps to be able to like do that on repeat.
Yeah.
I really don't think it matters. This.
No, no, I agree. Because yeah, I mean, I mean, I've seen it firsthand. You know, the producers that come in like, oh yeah, like I'm learning like on YouTube and stuff, but one producer does this with their workflow, and another producer does this, and yeah, you kind of listen to their beats, and it's like, yeah, there's no shortcut to it. You have to kind of
Hmm.
still put the work in.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how much information's out there.
I
Yeah.
think as well with music production, honestly, with life in general, but especially with music production, the more you do this, the more you're just really finding yourself, finding
Hmm.
your taste within music, your workflow, what
Yeah.
you like to make. So
hmm
whatever tutorial is out there, you're always gonna perceive it in your own way and synthesize
Yeah,
it
and
to
yeah, mold
whatever
it.
your yeah, exactly. So it's a very like what's the word, like a introspective, not really, but just like it's a very individualistic thing.
hmm
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's just showing their interpretation of music, and then yeah, you just take that and mold it to your own thing, and make your own sound with it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We all got the same tools, Omnisphere and all that. We don't make similar stuff, you know?
Mm.
So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's a lot of producers who do make similar sounds. Like if you think about everyone who makes similar sounding trap beats, but then if anything, it just kind of pushes you to stand out a bit more when you know that everyone does
exactly.
use the same stuff.
Yeah, yeah. The longer you're in it,
Otherwise, you're just gonna sound the same as everyone else. That's not really special because
Hmm.
yeah,
there's a fine line between like making beats that sound good, of course, but then making your beats. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
mm,
Like
Yeah,
your sound, your stamping, or
yeah,
finding your lane.
because even the people that pioneered those sounds, I don't even know if they'd be bothered about everyone emulating it because they know that they're the pioneers. Because if everyone's
yeah.
saying, "Oh, that sounds like a Metro Boomin beat," Metro Boomin's not going to be mad at everyone that's trying to
That
copy him because
it's better for him.
everyone's going to call them out and be like, "Yeah, this is Metro's sound."
Yeah.
Exactly.
It might be
And
annoying at
people will
first.
call people out.
Yeah,
Oh
fully.
man, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I know that, man. I released. I dropped. I uploaded a reel. And I like did a Yeet style beat cookup, and it sounded like I've kind of pretty much remade the beat.
Hmm.
And yeah, the comments were like, um, "Oh, this is like a come and go from Temu," or like come and went," and they were just dropped like all these like snide comments. I was like, that's literally the point of the video. But yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as you try and sound like someone else, then yeah, people pick up on it.
Yeah, that's the
Mm.
tricky thing with tutorials, isn't it? When you're trying to make a certain style of beat. That happened with me recently when I made a underground beat for like SD Kid, because you know that track Phantom that was blowing up. I
Yeah,
was saying in the video I'm gonna base it around Phantom, but then when I made the beat, the melody did sound a lot like Phantom. So it's like, right, I'm trying to get it to sound like Phantom, but not Phantom. So you
yeah,
want to show people like how to do it and like how we got there, but
Mm.
also a little bit different. It's like a fine
mm,
line, isn't it, between this is just that beat or yeah, this is that
same
style.
realm. Yeah,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
drums were a bit different. But yeah, again, like people in the comments like, this is just a fancy melody, and I'm like, yeah, I guess it kind of is.
Yeah,
I was like, sort of the point of the video, but it wasn't supposed to be that close. It just
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That's it. That's it. But no, it's funny, man. You just gotta deal with that side of it, I suppose. I tell you who deals with it well, because I randomly just checked it one day. Lollipop Beats. She gets so much shit
Oh,
in
I
her
know.
comments, and like, yeah, I mean, honestly, fair play to her. I don't know. How she puts up with that. She must just post and drop, Joe Rogan style, just not even check.
Mm.
Yeah,
Maybe she just knows that she's gonna get the engagement's gonna help anyway.
yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah. I think when you start getting those comments, they're normally from people that haven't seen you, which is technically it's kind of a good thing. That means you're reaching
Mhm.
new
Yeah, for
people.
sure.
So like there'll be 10% of those guys will leave those comments, but there's 90% of people that are still seeing that's never seen you before. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's all gonna help with your own reach and stuff.
yeah, fully.
Yeah.
Are there any goals that you guys are changing for next year when you've looked back at your 2025 ones?
I don't think I set really strong business ones or
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I think what I set this year was the fitness one mainly. That was like my number one. But then I think it was like get booked,
Oh yeah.
get played by a certain DJ. Maybe I set a revenue goal. I can't remember, but I wasn't taking it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So I think next year, I think I'm gonna try and set bigger goals because I don't think I set big enough goals and really stick to it. I don't want to be shifting halfway through the year, being like, actually, no, I don't want to. No, I just want to stick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But definitely push myself. Not try and. I don't want to like be realistic or anything like that. I do want to push myself and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's better to push it and then not hit that goal, but still be better off than what you would have if you hadn't set that bigger goal. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like
Um,
this year's been a good year though. I'm very happy with how the year went,
Yeah,
personally.
you've been locked in this
yeah,
year.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
We've all accomplished good shit this year.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
mm,
Especially remember in the beginning of the year we was all like it's a weird time kind of thing. We was all feeling
mm,
a little bit weird. We wasn't sure like where things were going. Things were
Mm-hmm.
that's
up in
true.
the air. When we was looking on the surface at what everything like how is everything happening, I think it was all over the place in terms of social media and music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah. I
we've
think
all
we were
kind of
kind of
discovered at the same time our thing in a way, or like we kind of figured it out a little bit. Of course, that
Yeah.
things always change, but I feel like we got a better handle of things in general.
yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know about you guys, but do you feel a little bit like detached from?
I'm completely detached, bro.
Yeah, like
What,
Bro,
I've
from the
seen
oh
world
man.
or?
no, just from like producer stuff. Like I see stuff popping up and it's all this drama and like I think there was something with that open beat AI, like people were
Oh yeah, we were
promoting
talking
it.
about that last week, weren't
Yeah, but I just feel so detached from it. Curtis King um posted something as well, and he was like he had like a checklist, and it was like a Spotify Wrapped, but his own version, and it was like um live from music, check, look after my family, check, um look after my health, check. And it was like a completely different list than what he'd set like a few years ago, where it was like hit this amount of subscribers, hit this
we?
amount of revenue and stuff, and it was like, am I earning enough to live? Yes, I'm happy. Have I got is my family like taken care of? Yep. Am
Mm-hmm.
I going outside? Yep. And it was nothing to do with like what anyone else in the community or anything. Um, and it's I don't know. I just feel like it's a healthier way to go about it. Like
Yeah,
just
I
live.
definitely see what you're saying for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's why this year has been so good because it's not for anything external. It's not
Yeah.
because I've achieved something or
Yeah.
I've experienced something, I've done something. I've kind of just low key decided like, yeah, this is going to be a good year and I'm just going to be present as much as possible and
Just do your own thing.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing I'm making music every day. Like I'm doing what I enjoy in it.
Yeah.
I'm going gym, I'm making music, I'm making money. Am I a millionaire? No, but I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
for
that's really
sure.
important.
Hmm.
yeah, 100%. Sometimes we have to remember that. I have to remember it for myself sometimes if I have what I'd say is like a bad day, which is quite
Hmm.
rare, but maybe you just go through like one of those days where you're not feeling confident in your music or whatever, or you don't put in the work that you want to put in.
Mm.
We might be complaining about having to like film a video one day when you don't really want to film. I always
Yeah,
think it could be worse. I could be working in that office job again. There's a
yeah,
lot of people out
Mm.
there who are trying to make content who aren't able to do it full time, or
yeah,
even
for
just
sure.
trying to make music and do it full time. Like we're so lucky in a way to be able to do this full time. So I always just think
Yeah,
about that when I go through those shitty days and like kind of bring myself back to reality, back to life.
Yeah,
I hear that.
yeah.
One thing I do want to share with the audience, I think one thing that's kind of helped me this year is that I low key, when I say detached, yeah, I low key just see everything as a win, even if it's a loss, something that we claim as a loss. I just see it as a
Hmm.
Mm,
win. Like, oh, it didn't work out. What did I learn from it?
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
okay, it didn't happen then, but it doesn't mean it's over. Doesn't mean
yeah,
like
Hmm.
yeah.
that's it.
Well, I'll just change this and then try again, and then, okay, I'll change this again, and yeah, you just kind
Yeah,
of
just
adapt.
it's always working. It's always
Mhm.
I'm always winning. There is no
Hmm.
loss. That's how I'm seeing it
DJ
these days.
Khaled.
Like Charlie Sheen, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna, yeah, like I'm just I don't know. I'm detached from that in a way.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Yeah,
That's
I
a
think
good
it's
outlook
good.
to have.
Mm. But yeah, I think it's nice, man. I think like for a while, especially 21 through 23, maybe 20, 23. Yeah. Um, I think, well, it depends. Yeah, it depends on everyone's like part, like where they're at in their journey. But I think you can be quite reactive in the beginning. Even if you're doing well on the surface, you still like you have this thing where you kind of just comparing and looking at other people's situation and trying to always one up yourself and get to a certain point, hit a certain number. But then, yeah, I
Hmm.
feel like the last year and a half, yeah, about the last year, yeah, you just kind of completely detach and just your priorities change. And yeah, I don't know. I think it just happens with age. Maybe you just hit a certain point where you just genuinely just detach, like you're not even bothered by, um, like you're not trying to keep up. You're just doing your own thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think these days it does feel different in the producer world for some reason. I don't know if we've
Mm,
just got a little bit older, but things feel way different to when I
In
first
what
started
way?
out with the tutorial channel.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Things have
It's
evolved.
yeah, I don't know what exactly it is. Maybe the community is just different, or I don't know. Something feels different. I can't quite put my finger on it, but
Yeah.
things have changed a lot in the last 5 years.
No, I agree, man.
And maybe it's because you do detach yourself from certain things. Like, because
Yeah.
streaming became really relevant over the past few years as well. I don't know if there's like loads of producers who I just like don't know about who are popping off with streaming. Streaming's just one thing I haven't really tapped into like that. I don't really watch
Mm,
streamers. I'm never on Twitch. I always see like videos from like Platboy Max popping up, and
yeah.
there's like one other guy that I always see with him. But apart from that, I don't know anyone who's really active like that. Because if you think when maybe like 5 years ago, you'd see like Nick Mira everywhere. You'd
Mm.
see all like the internet money guys. Um, who else was popping around that time? It's because new
There
people
was
come and
loads of
go all the
people, man.
time, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of people. If we're
Yeah.
talking
It's
like
like a,
2020, I
Hmm.
yeah.
think there was a huge scene for this kind of when we was making stuff. I mean, not when we was making stuff, but when we was making that kind of stuff, like early drill,
Mm,
um, Metro Boomin, Wheezy, Lil Baby, the baby kind of beats. There was tons
Yeah,
of producers, like loads of not like massive channels. We was all kind of still under 100K. It was still quite new.
yeah. Do you think it was because of lockdown we had this surge of producers because a lot of people wanted to
Yeah,
learn a new craft or they wanted to make money, and it was a time when a lot of people were making money with type beats and everyone was learning about selling beats online. And now
yeah.
yeah. I
it
think
feels like
people
there
just had
isn't
more
as
time
much
to
of a
to do it.
Yeah. Feels less vibrant. No, it feels less.
yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know what though? I don't know if maybe it's just there is a new crop of producers and I'm not tapped in. I don't
That's
know
what I'm
because the
saying.
That's
These are
true.
algorithm,
like
Yeah.
big
the
communities that
algorithm
we
has
don't really
changed a
know
lot.
about. Hmm.
Mm.
Every day there's new channels on my For You page
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I've never heard of. Maybe not necessarily music, but just in general.
Yeah.
Who would you say
It's
has the
very
biggest
niche now.
community of producers? Because
Who
I feel
has?
like there
Did you
was
say?
quite, huh?
Did you say who has?
Yeah, like who has the biggest community of producers these days? So like what platform or what individual?
TikTok maybe?
No, I
Even
don't mean
then, I'm
like
not
so
sure.
I mean like
Like a person.
yeah, like a person, like
Oh
Producer Grind were doing their thing. They had like a good community doing a lot of live sessions and stuff.
man,
I
Mm.
remember
I
when
couldn't tell you.
Well, I'd say Carvey, man. Like I'm thinking, like off the top of my head, I'd say, yeah, I'd say Carvey because he's done a bunch of camps.
Could it not be Lollipop as well?
Lollipop too, yeah. Just strictly beat makers, and yeah. I mean, even you, Jay. Like in terms of just like strictly beat makers, I'd say that's probably 3 off the top of my head. Because Carvey's obviously done the camps and stuff and sample
Yeah, he's got a
packs
good
and
community to be fair.
yeah, in the Discord,
He's helped a lot of people get placements and stuff.
yeah,
Has like an
like it is,
active Discord.
yeah, exactly. Um,
I'm just trying to remember like 5 years ago, there was certain channels that you go to where a lot of people were active. Producer
mm,
Grind was definitely one of them.
Hmm.
But I
yeah,
feel like
because
there's just
they
not
were on it.
there isn't a
Yeah.
platform that has that type of attention anymore.
Mm.
Not necessarily just all the views on videos, it's just like who has the most active community where everyone's
Yeah,
involved, everyone's together.
I felt like there were more collectives of producers back in 2020 through 20
Hmm.
or whatever. But yeah, like Internet Money, they felt like super solid. Producer Grind,
Cymatics.
Split Minds,
They were doing
Cymatics,
good as
yeah,
well.
yeah. There was just like a more prominent brands of like like where there's like a group of producers that would do their thing. Even with those guys, we didn't have like a collective thing, but we did like a bunch of link ups, and it was all sort of on the same path at the time at that time,
Yeah.
doing like had our own niche, but was in the same lane type thing.
That noise, I'm not gonna lie, is getting crazy.
Yeah,
Crazier
Back
and
no, it's
crazier.
again.
been
I
going for a
literally,
while.
is it? Man, I literally have no idea what it could be.
What if you
Try
sit
it.
back a little bit? Does it help? Nah.
Oh wait, stop now. Is that because you've unplugged your mic?
Yeah, I unplugged the mic. The mic.
New mic?
Let me turn the mic down. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back again.
Now it's going higher in pitch.
Is that better?
No.
Nope.
No. Turn this down.
Could be something to do with your mic or the cable or something. But it's not like a noise sound. It's not like white noise or floor noise. It's just like a creaking sound. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'll noise cancel the video so
Oh, okay, that's
people
calm
won't
then.
even know what we're talking about
Alright, perfect.
if it works. Sometimes like I use the noise cancellation because sometimes there's some like background noise, but then I feel like it chops into our words sometimes when I've watched the videos back.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I don't know what's better to just leave it normal and have some like noise hissing in the background, or to use the noise cancellation and then kind of fuck up our words at points.
Yeah. I mean, I've got that new echo cancellation turned on, but there's literally no sound in the room. I don't know what it is. It must be the cable.
Yeah, or just something internal in the mic. It might just be tripping out for a minute. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I'll check it. I maybe have to get the new cable or something sorted for next week.
Speaking of upgrades, I'm upgrading the PC today. It's time.
Oh yeah?
Nice.
Yeah,
New
because
pieces.
you know what? I've never had a problem with it, but as soon as I start mixing vocals, I need like my vocal chain is quite long. So then when I'm copying that across like 5 times, and then I've got like 5 busy vocal chains, my CPU just maxes out. But they're quite like intense plugins, and I never really need that many plugins until I'm working with vocals, but I have been working with them more recently. So yeah, you know what's crazy though? So I had this like I don't know if you've ever upgraded PC parts, Ocean, but it's like you can like make one step of upgrades, and then it's like, oh, if I want to future proof myself, I might as well get this and that, and then you can spend a lot pretty quick. But I've had these ones for a while, so I just wanted to upgrade my RAM and my CPU, but then for the upgrades that I needed a new motherboard as well. So I was like, I might as well just do it all now. So I've got like new motherboard, RAM, fan, and case. But the RAM, right? So I had it in my basket on Amazon a couple weeks ago, like 64 gigabyte of RAM. It was like £180, and I had that, but I hadn't decided which other parts I wanted, so I left it. And then when I went back into my cart a few days later, it was like £650. And
Whoa.
basically, because of all the AI companies that are requiring so much power and RAM and everything, PC parts have just gone crazy, especially like RAM for some reason. So, and I don't think they're gonna go back down. So I've had to bite the bullet and just pay like £600 for something that should have been 200.
So for your whole entire upgrade, how much is that gonna cost?
So what have I got? I've got the new tower because I've had that for like 10 years. RAM, CPU, motherboard, big fan. And then I've already got like SSDs and shit in this one, so I'm using still some of the old parts. I want to say I probably spent around 1500 maybe, but it'll feel like
Mm.
a whole new computer.
I was gonna say that's pretty much all the major
But that's
components
a
that's been upgraded.
but
Yeah.
that's a good for what you get out of it. That's a good price
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for
compared to
sure.
if
I
you
Yeah.
was gonna buy a Mac or something, you know.
of course, yeah. And it's like, yeah, like 64 gigabyte RAM, like brand new CPU, powerful motherboard and shit. So it's like good stuff.
Hmm.
So you do get your money's worth with PC parts.
Are you gonna build it yourself?
Nah, I don't trust myself to do it. I can do some stuff, but you know when you're changing the CPU and you need to apply the paste and everything, I don't trust myself doing
Oh
that.
yeah.
So my boy's gonna help me today. He used to build PCs for a job, so I'd
Nice.
rather let him do it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
that's it.
videos coming soon, 100 Omnispheres on one in one session.
Literally. Yeah. That'd be a good feeling though, because I feel like every time you upgrade, you just do on. You almost just changed your workflow just because you've got like the capacity to do it, so you can just
Yeah,
open more VSDs and then you don't bounce stuff out as much because you don't need to, and you just leave stuff like
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I
yeah,
never really maxed out my CPU before, but it was only till I started mixing vocals. So I'm literally
yeah,
hitting 100 and it's crackly and I can't do anything.
yeah.
So I was having to like
No, I
turn
hear that.
certain plugins off to then work with other ones and then go back and turn them on. And it was
Yeah,
just
it's
getting long. So I
tedious.
was like, all right, it's time now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I
I
tell
get
you, I
that.
don't know how it coped, but do you remember when we used to go to Latz's and he had his iMac and
hmm
he would drag like full chains, like four, like it just duplicate them over and there'd be a bunch of these different chains and
You know
it'd
what?
still run smooth.
I think it's FL Studio that
Yeah,
lacks when it comes to that. Because
I think
every
you're
time I
right.
see someone using Logic, they just drag the full chain over like five different tracks and everything's
Yep.
fine.
Yeah.
I
No, I
think I was
agree.
reading into it and it was the way like FL Studio handles the cores in the processor or something. You know, like you have like 4 cores or 16 core, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it utilizes like everything. Like if you're on like one insert, it's just like using like one core, and I can't remember how it
Mm,
broke it down, but I think Logic distributes it a bit more,
evenly, yeah.
which would make sense
Yeah.
because I've always just had that with FL and mixing
Hmm.
vocals. Maybe that's why some people don't like it for mixing
Yeah.
vocals.
That's probably true. Yeah. I mean, I've had that problem as well with on a Zoom call. I can share the screen and play the beat, and it'll there won't be much going on. I'll pull up a beat where there was no VSDs. It was just
Hmm
samples, and I bounced everything, and it was still struggling. And I turned off all the smart disable all the plugins and everything. Turned off all the mixer tracks. Still the same thing. But then I pull up another beat, and it'd have like Omnisphere open, and it would play fine. It's just it's just so random. But
Yeah.
then yeah, Ableton runs like pretty smooth. So yeah, I think it must just be FL.
Yeah. To be honest, a while ago I bought Logic on my Mac just for when I was recording a lot with Geo, and
Mm,
then I've just never used it since. And you can't get it on Windows, can you?
mm,
So yeah, I would prefer to just learn Logic and record vocals on there, but going from a PC and then bringing out the Mac and then having to swap
yeah,
between them is just kind of long, isn't it?
yeah. Although I would say Logic, I mean, Ocean probably knows best, but yeah, Logic is kind of after we recorded Lats quite often. and I recorded another artist called Bond when I went to Cyprus. It's kind of easy. Like if you just record
Yeah, I was
in,
just
it's
about to say
kind
that
of
it's
easy.
probably going to be a lot quicker than even recording in FL.
Yeah, and
Even like the
it's
time it takes to
tidier.
switch over, I think it would
Mm.
just be more simpler.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
when I see you guys use FL to record stuff and like the way you cut clips and route different things, it just seems so complicated.
yeah. Nothing's synced. Where Logic is just it's just
It's just
all
all in your face. It's all there.
yeah.
Hmm.
It is a lot cleaner, especially with getting takes. Like if you're recording vocals and you're with an artist that likes to punch in, it'll do like 2 or 3 bars, and then in FL it just fucking like goes under and under and under. You just make all these tracks, and let's say there's like a blank track on track 3, and you've got 10 other tracks below it. It'll jump to that one because that's open, and then it's just so random. So it can get really messy. Whereas with Logic, it has that take thing, doesn't it? So it'll do all the takes, and then it'll
Then
collapse
you can
them, and
just
then you
comp
can
it.
you can just comp it like way
How
easier.
does it collapse it like automatically? Because how does it know what words you want to
It
replace?
records. It records over and over and over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's literally, let's say you have one loop here, but all the takes are underneath it,
Oh, okay.
and then you kind of just, to be honest, it's hard for me to explain, but it's very visual.
Hmm.
yeah.
It kind of just, you can take pieces from each of it because it's all in the same spot.
So let's say like you said 4 or 5 different words. It would record and then it would loop and just record over itself. You wouldn't hear the other takes if you wanted to just keep it going. And then once you're done, stop recording. Yeah, you'd drop down and you'd see all the takes, and then you just pick which ones you want. So like, let's say the first 2 words sounded great, keep those, and then you can keep the next 2 words from a different take, and then another
Is it
word
like
from the
slicing, like in FL, how you slice the parts you want?
kind
Yeah,
of.
it's
But
like
then
slicing, but you're not cutting the audio at all.
no,
Mm.
so it'll always have that option. So you can always go back and be like, oh, actually, I want that other part. So you can just go back into that
Yeah.
one take, drop down, switch it out, and then it collapses it again.
Instead
Mm.
of thinking of it as slicing, maybe think of it as just like highlighting.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just
Right.
highlighting the parts to put it all together.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay.
Whereas with FL, you'd have to slice it and then mute that section, pull this one across and mute that, unmute that one. So you'd have to
Oh
like
man,
do it.
that
It's
sounds
more
like a nightmare.
janky. Whereas
To
Logic,
be
it's
fair, I
just
know
select.
Logic is better. I'm not even denying that. But the way I've set up my recording template in FL, it is kind of like that now. Where, in the playlist, LOB, I don't know if this will make sense to you, Ocean, but obviously you have the playlist and you have the mixer channels. So usually when people record vocals, they'll record and then they'll route it to a mixer, then they'll record and route that to a mixer. I basically set up I've got a recording template, so I've got like everything just linked up, ready to go. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like Logic. So I have this like recording section where you record into it, and if you do the overlays, it's like muted. And then as soon as you drag it down in the playlist to a certain channel, all the
It just
playlist channels are
changes.
linked to the
Mm.
mixes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, but
It's
it's not as
close.
clean.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's as close as
90%.
it can get.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
90% there, but it's just not. It's just not
Nah, it's trying
there.
to be Logic, but it's not. It's not quite
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. They just need like a record mode where it is literally just Logic, but with an FL Studio skin.
Yeah.
That's all they need to do.
Mm.
It'll be
So
perfect.
LB, when you have sessions with artists, do you record in Logic now?
No, I'll
'Cause
I'll
you've got
still
your
do
Windows, don't
FL.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll still do FL. Well, the guy that I was with in Cyprus, we just recorded in Logic on his computer because he just had his chains and everything, and I just kind of knew from
Right.
working with Lats how to do it. But yeah, if it's on my laptop, same as you. I've got like a little recording template and same thing playlist.
Mhm.
It's linked. It's like pre-linked to the mixer. It's all kind of set up that way. But
But
yeah,
you still using PC, right, LB? You don't have Mac.
yeah, I'm still on PC.
Okay.
I was tempted, like before I got these parts, I was looking into Macs just to see, like, should I just invest in like one really powerful Mac and not even have a PC? And then I've just got my same laptop everywhere. I don't have to worry about transferring files from Mac to PC, but FL's just still a bit strange on Mac. I feel like it crashes a lot more.
Yeah, I hear that. It's just not for Mac completely yet. Like it's
Nah, and I
good.
know a
Don't
lot
get
of
me wrong, it's
producers
good
do
you can
just
use
use
it.
Mac.
But I think if you've been using FL on PC for so long and you switch to Mac, it's a bit of like a drop down maybe. Like you have to get used to They're like the slight, maybe like the 10%, like a 10% decline.
Yeah, like I can use it because I do have the laptop for sessions, but at the same time, I am way quicker on my Windows PC,
Mm.
and it does crash a lot less. I don't know if it's just my MacBook or I've got the settings wrong or something.
Nah,
Because
you
I
know
know,
what though? I don't think it's a okay. It might be an FL thing, but I also think MacBook just crashes in general a lot more. My
mm,
Logic just
does it?
sometimes it just does Logic stuff. It just or let's say Mac stuff. It just
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
shutting down. And it's like cool. Let's just reopen it. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is. You just get
Yeah.
used to it.
A lot of it's plugins, to be honest. It's not necessarily FL Studio, it's the plugins that you open. Like FL
Yeah.
Studio might run fine, but then as soon as you've got plugins open that weren't really built for Mac, because Mac released so many updates, some plugins might work, but they just trip out and just cause your shit
Yeah.
to crash sometimes. Like if you were
Mm.
just a stock plugin user, you'd probably just be fine just getting through normally. Everything's running
Yeah.
sweet, but as soon as you start opening up like Contact and different third-party plugins, I feel like that's when
Yeah.
it starts tripping out for me.
But do
Mhm.
you think, yeah, with the FL stock stuff, you could make amazing stuff just as much as you do with all your VSTs and third-party plugins?
Not to the same level. If I
Mm.
was just making like if I just needed pads or something like that, then I'd probably be all right.
Mm.
But obviously, you're not going to get that same quality from contact banks with real instruments.
Mhm.
So you can make good beats. Like I have made some sick beats in the past with stock plugins, but no, I do rely quite heavily on my analog lab and contact and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. I think I say to a lot of the producers like you can make good stuff, just with the either stock stuff or like cheap VSTs, you can do it. You just need to obviously learn how to use them better and take a bit more
Hmm.
time with each one to kind of squeeze as much as you can out of it. But yeah, when you buy stuff like Contact and you're investing in stuff like that, it's like you just buy in the sound quality out of the box instead of having to really spend time on each sound.
Yeah. Looking back though, I wish I would have just mastered stock plugins before I bought anything, because
Yeah.
in the beginning I thought I needed everything to get started, and
Hmm.
I was just being like a plugin junkie, just trying to get as much as possible. And
Yeah.
then you almost have too many options then. It's
Yeah.
like plugin overload at that point.
Yeah.
That's when you get
I
analysis
hear that.
paralysis because you don't even know anything.
Yeah.
You actually just got so much to choose from.
Literally. I made a video about it, completely tanked, but yeah, like it was like around Black Friday. It was like the
Hmm.
addiction to just buy, not addiction, but just buying a bunch of plugins, thinking you need
Yeah.
like 20 different EQs and compressors and
Uh-huh.
different VSTs. And it's like, no, just get good at, just
Yeah.
get good and put reps in with one. I mean, looking back, like, do you remember back in the day, like when Southside first started popping up, it was just Nexus. It would just
Mm.
rinse Nexus, and
Hmm.
that's all it was. It was Nexus, and then their drums, same drums,
Yeah.
and they created their own thing, and they just mastered that. I think like, if you're just starting out as well, it's the same thing. You just get one plugin if you have to, like Omnisphere or something. Just stick with it and just make it sound as good as possible and just rinse it. And then yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's more than enough sounds in one VST to last you a long time.
I remember when I had my first session with like X10, for example, and his beats were always cold, man. He's a sick producer. And when
Mm,
I looked up with him, he was like, "Yeah, I'm not really a plugin guy like that." And he was just
yeah,
using a lot of stock plugins. Like, he
yeah,
wasn't really like tapping into new plugins and stuff. So it is doable.
yeah,
Mm.
You just knew how
definitely.
Yeah.
to use them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
When I was doing the Fred again video, I was doing my research, and it looked like he was using mainly stock plugins in Logic. It was
Really?
a
Mm,
lot of sampling though, chopping up samples and stuff. But in terms of pads and sounds and stuff, it looked like a lot of it was he had built his own chains basically. So he would have
Right.
like a Logic stock synth, but it might have 10 different plugins underneath it
Mm-hmm.
that give it that certain texture or sound.
mm, yeah, yeah. To be fair, that's probably what VSTs are, right? They've probably just inbuilt chains on top of a basic preset, like a basic sine wave. They've just added a bunch of shit to it so that you don't have to do it. Like when you get in like an analog lab bank and stuff, it's just that convenience of not having to spend time tweaking stuff, you just got it like offer it.
Yeah. What plugins are you guys using mostly these days for things like melodies?
Diva's been my go-to. I feel like I found my
Diva.
plugin, man. It's perfect for
Really?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Nice.
Diva. I use it
Is it still on sale? I actually
all the time.
forgot to buy it. I think I had a demo or something at one point, but I bet the sale's over now.
Maybe. I think it was only to the beginning of December when I was looking.
Oh, okay.
Man, low key though, I've been thinking recently. I'm so tempted to sell everything, man. To sell
Mm.
my synths. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun workflow. I don't even know if I told you guys this last time, but I feel like I found my VSTs now that I'm really locked in with. Like my
Yeah.
group of VSTs that I like,
Mhm.
Diva and a couple others. To the point
Yeah.
where I'm like, this is cool. It's just not really a part of my workflow like that. It's only a part
Yeah.
of my workflow if I really want to just like play and mess around and that, but not on my day to day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've still got this. I ain't got as many as you, obviously. I've still got this one just sitting here collecting dust.
That the Polybrute as well. It's
Yeah,
a Polybrute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I know it's a 6 synth, but it is just easier just pulling up a plugin. It's just
Yeah.
maybe I'm
100%.
just
It's
being
so much
lazy.
quicker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think it's being lazy. I just think it's being more efficient, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Time
for
and a
sure.
place for the synths, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
If you go to somewhere like, have you guys been to Silver Shark in London?
yeah.
No.
That's like,
It's a
if you
lot.
want to just play, if you want to play, then that's the place to go. Like, it's just
Yeah.
synths everywhere, and there's like a room with drum kit, like a drum in it,
Mm.
drum kit in it, and real instrument. You can just, and everything's already linked up. It's like it's crazy in there. Like the guy's like,
And that cable management must be insane.
Matt, honestly, yeah, it's insane. I don't know how he knows where everything's routed because he's got it set so that you can just plug in and everything works.
Really?
You just walk up to something, play it, and it works. He said just on FL, just select this route. Sorry, just select, on the mixer when you go to let's say you're hooking up a mic, you go to that
Oh
little
yeah,
drop down
just
menu.
touch your
He
input.
said, yeah. He just there's like so many that come up, and just select that one, and everything will work. I was
No
like,
way.
damn. Yeah,
I mean, that's sick. If you've got it set up that way, you probably would
Yeah.
use it a bit, wouldn't you?
yeah. I think it's all I guess it's all self related. Like Al Hug, for example, he had like a bunch of mics. Everything was all mic'd up. He didn't have to
Mhm.
move mics around if he wanted to record guitar or piano. Everything's just ready, so he can just click, record, boom,
Yeah.
and straight in. Yeah. So
I think it's nice as well just to be able to cook up anywhere. Coffee shops,
yeah, for sure.
airplane
Yeah.
if you want to. Downstairs.
You're right.
Like sometimes I'll cook up here, but then sometimes I sit at the back or I sit downstairs just to switch it up.
Yeah.
Just being able to be a bit more, what's the word? Location independent, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. For
I
sure.
think that's a big reason why I like the VSTs at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that
What
you're
do you
saying
say?
that, I'm thinking, man, maybe I should have just bought a nice Mac and just stuck to one machine everywhere.
Yeah.
Then you've just got your whole setup wherever you go then.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's nice to just be able to just cook up when you feel like it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
cook up wherever, without any limitations.
Yeah.
Think
Max,
of an idea real quick. All right, quickly. All right, done.
straight in.
Just come
Yeah.
back to it another time, you know?
Even with like Windows, I think even if you have a laptop, there's still that extra step. Like you probably have to bring a charger. The battery's gonna die pretty quick unless it's brand new. It doesn't last very long. And then, yeah, you gotta bring your mouse because the mouse pad's always shit. Whereas a
Oh
Mac,
man,
it's
bringing
just
out the mouse all the time.
But every time I go to a coffee shop, I have to bring my mouse, obviously my
Yeah, that's
headphones,
kind of long.
the charger, and the laptop. Yeah,
I do quite like the trackpad on MacBooks, to be fair.
yeah, they are
And the
undefeated,
speakers
man.
are good. You can cook up on a MacBook
Yeah.
with just the
Yeah,
speakers.
you have a MacBook Pro. The speakers are clean, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
like it's got good bass. Like it feels
I know,
clean.
like fan noise. They are
Yep.
sick in that sense, and they load quick as well. Most of the time, you just open up the lid and you're good to go.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It's always in sleep, really.
Hmm.
Yeah.
On your Windows, I haven't had a Windows laptop in years, but have they stepped up? Are they close to Macs at any point?
I don't think so. Well, this one I bought 23, I think, early 23 or 22, and I mean, it's close to a Mac, but it still gets crazy hot. I've had to buy a big cooling pad for it,
Mhm.
and It's just because they're so. I don't know what Mac has done. They've got some kind of wizardry with their internals because they just don't overheat. But I watched a video on it, and it's like Windows. They pack it with power, but because laptops are so thin, they just have the worst ventilation. They can't
Mm.
deal with the amount of power in such a small space. Whereas a PC, you're good. Like you switch out the parts and stuff, and you're good. But yeah, with Windows laptops, they just haven't figured out how to keep them cool. That's why Apple's just so much better. They just never overheat. Screen recording. I remember screen recording with you at Pirate, and it's like zero fan noise still, and lots of VSTs open, and it's fine.
It's since
Whereas-
they developed their own processor when
Yeah.
they started the M1 chip. I think they're on M5 now, aren't they? But as soon as they started
Wow,
that
that's
version, like their
crazy.
own chip, that's when their fans were just silent. So I don't know how they did it, some alien technology, but
Yeah,
they just cracked the code.
just figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like I'm still using the one from 2021 on the M1 chip.
Mm.
Yeah,
I feel like it's still good. You know what I mean? I can
Still solid.
I don't need to upgrade unless I really want to.
Mm.
have you got the 16-inch one, the 14?
No, I got 14.
Pause. Saw you swearing in the background.
It's not me for once. I got to capitalize. Yeah. And
I feel like the 16 inches are huge, man.
Yeah, they are. They're heavy, and like when you're traveling, you've got it in the backpack. It's heavy, man.
yeah.
I used to have the 13
I'll
inch
look it
back in
over
the
your
day when they
shoulder.
were doing 13 inch.
Yeah.
The 13 inches was good because it's small. Nice and
They've got
small.
I think I was looking recently. They have the M5 available now for maybe the 14-inch version, but M4. Yeah, I think they have the M5 chip, the 14-inch version, and then the M4 Max for the 16 Pro. I think it
So
was something like
the
that.
16 is going to be
So I wasn't
way
sure what would be better,
better,
like
right?
the 4. Yeah, I guess so. Is the 4 Max better than the 5? Because their new processor. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
yeah,
too
I was
sure.
having a look. But it's pricey, man. Like to think I
Yeah.
paid about 1,500 to get a whole new computer. If I wanted to like
Yeah.
fully spec out a laptop, like a MacBook Pro, it's like 5K.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Damn.
I've still got old parts like SSDs and shit. So if I was building from scratch, it would be more. But it's probably still like half the price compared to
And the
buying
worst thing is even if you trade in your MacBook, they don't even give you much for it.
Nah.
Yeah. It's just one of them things. I guess it just depends on your lifestyle. If you want that portability and power, Apple's probably best way. It's definitely the best way to go. But if you're cool with just, setting up camp at home, having a home studio, not wanting to do much, just kind of detach from it when you're outside of the room, then yeah, just PC.
Yeah, the reality is 90% of the time I'm at home. So
Yeah.
it does make more sense. But it's just
Yeah.
those times
But
when
that
you are
means you
traveling.
have to always cook up in the studio.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is days where like I'm like, oh man, I'm sick of being in this room. Let me just go to a coffee shop and
I feel like
Mm.
it low key, not all the time, but just low key sometimes. It takes the pressure off of it a bit. Because when I'm here, I'm sitting down and I'm working. But then when I have my laptop and I'm just, sitting on the couch,
It's more
when
casual.
I'm making stuff, it's just like whatever. I'm
Yeah.
just putting together a melody. If it works, it works. If it don't work, it don't work. It doesn't really feel like I'm working. It's just I'm in Logic, just doing
yeah,
something.
That makes sense. I've
Yeah.
almost like built up this room to be like, this is work. Like I'll come in
Yeah.
here and I just know that I'm only in here to work. As soon as I
Yeah,
leave this
which
room.
is good.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's good in that sense.
Yeah.
Because I take my laptop into my bed and just I guess watch stuff, cook up stuff, like whatever.
hmm
That's the thing. I guess that's the only downside is that you can take it anywhere. So work comes with you wherever, and it's too easy to take it with you. So like
maybe
me personally, I just take
maybe
I'd
you don't
bring it to
separate
bed
from it as
and
much.
be scrolling. Yeah, because it's almost
Yeah,
like
I hear what you're
as
saying.
almost as convenient as having a phone. Yeah,
Mm.
you can
Yeah,
just open
maybe
it up
there's
and
like less separation between life and work, but then at the same time, I guess it's just all perspective in it. It's good to
Mm,
break
yeah.
away from it, and when you leave work, you leave work. But then
yeah.
also,
Mhm.
because I have the laptop with me wherever I can, work is not really work
Right.
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
same
that's
time.
true.
But
Yeah.
I'm just talking about creating. I'm not actually talking about the actual work.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when you sit at that desk there, do you plug the laptop into a monitor?
Yeah, so then it becomes more like a desktop. So I've got this.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
Where do
got
you put your laptop?
literally just right next to the. I got a monitor, and I just plug the USB-C into the monitor, and it's just there lying flat.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Do you
Oh,
use one of
nice.
those? I forgot what they're called, but some people have those things and they'll like stick.
Mm.
Oh yeah, so you got it right there. Some people
Yeah.
have those things that they'll stick to the bottom of the desk, and you'll plug your Mac into it, and all of a sudden it becomes like you've got like more ports, more inserts,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh
more.
yeah, I looked into that.
I forgot what they're
But I
called
just
now.
didn't. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's sick. It's not that cheap though.
Mm.
It was a massive upgrade if I remember, because I was looking into it, and then I decided not to bother for now.
Let me see if I can
Mm.
find what it is. Do you run out of space easy on your Mac?
I can do if I don't take off the footage from my video, because my footage from the camera is big. Every
Yeah.
video is 60 to 100 gig. So
Yeah,
if I
it's a
just
lot.
leave it on my laptop, it starts to fill up quickly.
Yeah. Do
Even
you?
plugins, man. I've got a whole SSD just dedicated to contact banks in here.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Do you, when you film a video, do you, let's say you've uploaded it and it's done, it's finalized, everything's, it's up. Do you get rid of the raw footage and just move the,
No,
keep,
I
you
keep
keep everything?
everything, bro. I've got back home. I've got maybe like 20 hard drives.
Oh my days.
Don't
Jeez.
don't get me wrong. It's not the most ideal, but I don't want to get rid of my raw drives, because
Mm.
just in case one day I want to look back through it, I've
Yeah.
got it there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. You've got like, that's your whole, not whole, but that's like a good chunk of your life.
Yeah.
Especially the raw footage. Yeah, you get those little moments that you can just look back on, and even for the family, I suppose. God, looking further down the line now, but like, let's say if something happens, it's good.
Yeah.
You've got all that footage there for people to look at.
Yeah,
I've
Ocean,
probably only
you've made me start saving my session footage. If I ever have like an interesting video where it's in a session or a trip or anything like that, I've been saving that footage. But now
Yeah,
if I'm just making a tutorial by myself, I don't really
yeah,
need
that's
to keep
right.
that.
that
Yeah,
is a
I'm the
good
same.
point. To be fair, the tutorial doesn't actually matter. To be fair, maybe that makes sense.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Are you
with you. That's
keeping
probably the best way.
are you keeping tutorial footage as well, or is it like just the footage from when you're
I
doing
tend to keep
sessions?
everything, man. Honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
I've probably only got 10 or 20 videos that I didn't keep the raw footage, just because in that moment I didn't have space and I had to just.
Oh, okay. Just get
I
rid of
didn't
it.
have time to get a hard drive, so I just had to
Yeah.
get rid of it. But it was probably like a shit tutorial that I wasn't
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
It's just
trying to like
one
keep anyway.
angle.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's gonna be if I kept all my raw footage, it would just be me trying to say the same sentence over and over again.
I know. I say.
Literally,
Yeah.
it'd be the worst. Yeah, it wouldn't even be worth
Everyone
watching.
will watch it back after I'm dead and think this guy was a fucking idiot. Can't even
Literally,
talk.
can't string a sentence together. Honestly, no. Should we wrap up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
cool.
can
Yeah. Sweet.
All right then. Yeah, maybe
Right.
next week we'll go through some goals for
do.
the
So
next year then.
are we gonna set goals next one? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a proper think this week. Do some
Yeah.
brainstorming. We'll do
I
it
think
again.
I've already ripped mine. I can't lie.
Have you? All right, we'll
Already,
save
yeah.
it for the next one.
2026. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, man. We'll see you all next week.
Peace.
Peace.